highlight. So I have a motion that I'd like to put on the record today. I had read in the paper, we are getting ready to do our budget. And I read in the paper, Butler County announces $50 million property tax relief initiative. And they go on, their Butler County commissioners announced an unprecedented $50 million property tax relief initiative. And they announced it on Monday to assist residents struggling with rising property taxes, particularly seniors who face the risk of losing their homes. Doesn't that sound familiar? Commissioners shared the stories of senior residents who are unable to keep up with the tax increases of 30 to 35%, expressing gratitude for the opportunity to provide relief in the coming year, while acknowledging that this is not a long-term solution, but they need help right now. Now, I know they've got committees, and I've been at the state, we got a lot of committees, and people are wanting action now. That's what they're mad about, what was happening in Washington. And we got to Washington, everybody got a committee, and they got to study it, and it's got to go to the Senate, and it's got to go back to the House. And while that's happening, Duke Energy bill keeps coming, property tax bill keep coming, your mortgage keeps coming. They don't hold up while you have a committee. So Butler County, it says another one, Butler County commissioners approved property tax breaks. The first one was the Inquirer, now it's the NPR. Butler County Butler County property owners will see some reduction in property taxes next year. The Butler County Commission on Monday approved two measures that will reduce property taxes. The county saw an almost 40% increase on average in property taxes in 2023. Commissioners approved a reduction in the inside millage for the property taxes. Those are taxes that don't require residents vote, unlike tax levies. The tax will save, they always talk about a $100,000 home. I don't know if we have any $100,000 homes anymore. I mean, with everything going up, I've seen some, I can't see how you have a $100,000 home anymore. I'd like to see them. But the point is, property taxes is the number one issue. Everywhere I went, property taxes. They didn't care if you're Democrat, Republican, they didn't care if you're black, you're white, you're young, you're old. If you own some property taxes was killing you. And I just don't buy, we can't do anything. I'm just not gonna buy it. Now our board, I'm very excited with ARPA. I said we got to help people with new affordable housing, but we got to help grandma keep her house too. And so we were able to put $6 million of ARPA money to try to help people until the state got it together. Every year I've introduced, since I got here, because we have to do it every year, 30% property tax rollback that was promised to the voters. And so in the first 4 years of a budget, I was able to get 2 out of 4 years, we got it done. And my colleagues supported it at different times, and I appreciate that. At the state of the county, I made it one of the major issues when I was president. And I called on the governor, who appoints the tax commissioner, who could have frozen, he could have said, I want it frozen through executive order. I want to freeze the property taxes for homeowners, particularly senior citizens, until the legislative body can get something done. We're seeing that happening now in Washington. Executive orders all over the place, but nothing for the homeowners. So it was brought to my attention about what Butler County has done, and it seems to be they tried to be creative. And they came out with they're going to make a cut of $50 million to help residents, particularly senior citizens, until this group that's been put together by the governor, who could have said, let's freeze it until the group comes back with something. And the bottom line is homeowners are getting crushed. There's over 200,000 homeowners in Hamilton County. So I have a motion here, Hamilton County Property Tax Relief motion. It highlights some of the background, but then it goes into, as we're going into the budget, therefore I submit the following motion. I'm asking the administrator to explore doubling the homestead exemption locally. Now we just found out that we could do that. We keep talking about they ain't giving enough for the homestead. We could put something into it. I want to look at it and how does that provision that was signed into law by Mike DeWine, the governor, it allows counties to match the state's exemption of property tax value for people over 65 or with permanent disabilities. I'd like to look into that immediately. Number 2 in the motion, explore reducing the inside millage rate. Bring a report back. County administration identify and evaluate the county's ability to reduce the inside millage for property taxes and estimate how much would that save homeowners. And then third, I'm asking the administrator, because we're going into a budget, to get this information back to us in 30 days or less, because we're asked to turn in our budgets on Monday. Well, I got to have the homeowners in my budget, and if I don't have the information, it's hard for me to turn in. The budget would be incomplete. Homeowners can no longer be last. They can't be last. They got to be first to the table. It can't be if I got something left over, I'm going to help the homeowners. If we can, the homeowners get the least and the sports team get the majority. That's backwards. Investors are never last in a deal. They're always first. Investors always want to know if they're going to get money off of this. That's whether you go to Wall Street, whether you go to the banking industry. Investors are always looking to be first in the deal. Homeowners are one of our major investors. And so I am submitting this. I'll get a copy to my clerk. I'm going to get the copies out. I'll get this a copy, and I would like to submit this for the record. Submit it for the record, and I'd like the administration to get this information back so that I can give a complete budget proposal as each of us are asked to do. So that's what I'd like to do today. It's a state of emergency. It's an economic state of emergency in Hamilton County and around the country. What is the economic state of emergency? Property taxes going up and you can't keep your house. What's the state of the emergency? Duke Energy done tripled your bill, but you haven't gotten any kind of raise on your job. What's the state of emergency? Jobs are getting cut. People are losing their job. That's the state of emergency. And so as I go into the budget, I'm going to be presenting something, hopefully addressing the state of emergency. So anyway, wanted to make sure they have a copy. I know everything, but it's on the record, not just for the commissioners to have a copy, but for the homeowners of Hamilton County to also have a copy. So I thought that was interesting. I thought it was innovative, and we've been told a lot. We can't do this, and we can't do that, and we can't do this. And then somebody does it. I don't want that. I don't want things that say we can't do it. I want to see if it legally, if we can't do it, that's one thing. But if it's just we've never done it, we in a new day now. People want action, and they want you to uncover everything and every tool you can to help them survive. So wanted to introduce that, and that is the end of my motions and my comments for today.
Thank you.